Hi Sagittarius, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week. I'm excited to see what comes up for you guys. Thank you so much for trying me out. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Of course, this is a general reading, so this isn't for everyone, but if you resonate, I would love to have you back. I do post weekly on my channel. I'm not currently offering personal readings, but I do offer extendeds. If you resonate with this reading, feel free to follow me over to Vimeo afterwards. The link is in the description box below. Sagittarius, how are you doing? How are things hanging? There's been a lot of stuff go on in your life recently that I think you're ready to heal. I'm hearing willingness. Okay, willingness to heal. Let's see what comes up in your spirit oracle. For those who are my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support. I know that this is a day late. Typically, I get your reading out on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, every week, you guys, there's more insights here for you. Fire Sign Tuesday is one of my favorites. I myself have a lot of fire in my chart, so I love your guys' energy, actually. And what I will say is that I was just going to say that I think that you guys have felt a little out of your element. So the universe is bringing you a little bit of empowerment, okay, through your heart chakra potentially, wanting to heal certain aspects or wanting, certain things to take on new life, okay? When we're looking at empowerment, we're looking at a reason to feel stronger toward the future, okay? So it looks like you're going through a bit of karma because this is a number 8. What I think this new beginning is for you, especially since we have the new moon in Leo today, is an entirely new cycle, okay? That is totally devoted to self-empowerment, not having to learn through adversity, okay? And maybe coming through a bit of shadow as well this week. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. So finding the interconnection, despite maybe some of the differences or challenges that you see in others, okay? So you manifest best when you're in a light state of mind and heart, Sagittarius. So as soon as you can get back to that, you're going to feel much more empowered. So we need to keep things light. We need to expand your vision, your vibration, your shifting definitely into higher versions of self. But in order to really get there, I feel like you need a little bit more playtime. You need a little bit more playtime. All right, Sagittarius. Mercury goes direct tomorrow. Okay, so expect some really interesting communication tomorrow. Expect some finalities. Expect some closures and clarity for sure. Oh, okay, goodness. We have coherence. This is a number 4. And ironically, Aquarius got the same energy as well as Gemini, I think. So it's been coming up quite a bit. What we're looking at with coherence is needing to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Okay, so needing to really understand here what pieces of the puzzle or what kind of moving parts you're working with. But one thing with coherence that actually came to me as a download last week, or I mean this week, but for Aquarius, I think, well, no, it was last week, was that there's never less, there's always more. This is the ever-expanding essence of our universe, that even in times where we feel like we're working with less, where we feel like we may be really closed off or unsure of ourselves, or we may be going through a lot of shadow, we're looking at coherence being the fact that if you use your mind, the power of your mind, which can be really tricky because oftentimes it tells us we have less, right? Because our ego, can sometimes be really unsatisfied. It can sometimes really run the show, and it can be a really scary essence of our shadow that we have to work through if that's the case. Now, I'm getting this for some of you guys. I promise this is going to resonate with some of you. But in essence, the universe says, no, that's not right. Okay, that is the ego talking. The universe has always more for you to work with. But in fact, you have to use your abilities in coherence, in alignment with the universe to know what is there at your disposal, to know what you can use or what you can really alchemize yourself, okay? The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. So you guys are really trying to manifest. Okay? You guys are really trying to manifest. And I feel like this is even a verbal manifestation, like saying affirmations, setting spells, trying to increase your power, which I think can be really good if used in the right way. So let's look at affirmations for you, Sagittarius, okay? This is a divine feminine deck. It just has the most beautiful, loving affirmations. It goes so deep, despite how lighthearted and colorful it may be, okay? So with this energy, we're looking at the divine feminine within us all, okay? And of course, if you're a cross-watcher trying to figure out what your Sagittarius love is doing, then we're looking at exactly that, okay? They're needing to work on their personal power this week by affirming this to themselves. And then after this, we're going to do divine masculine energy, okay? So if you aren't even in a relationship, we all have divine feminine and divine masculine within us. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so Libra got this card as well. We're looking at the number 17, which is also a number 8. So this is a bit of karma working itself out, and you've got to affirm this week, Sagittarius, that you are happy. Things are going to work out, okay? Things are going to work out. It's all going to be okay. The quickest way to get where you want to go is to just affirm you're happy, okay? Maybe, letting go of some habits or lifestyle choices that no longer serve you as well. Where things hinder your happiness is really going to be a main focus for you this week. Because when spirit wants to balance out with material, it means that things in your immediate environment may be actually hindering your happiness. So don't let that go on for too long, Sagittarius. You got to empower yourself. You've got to know what to cut out. You've got to know what to go for and be really discerning about it. Let's check out the divine masculine energy. Let's look at the divine masculine energy. What is the divine masculine for Sagittarius thinking and doing this week? Life is meant to be a vibrant, deeply felt, growing mosaic of long, meaningful moments. I feel like someone else got this. It's been coming out quite a bit lately in my reads. So it's ironic because I haven't even seen all of the cards in this deck yet, but this one continues to come up. So I think a lot of people are looking at the truer meaning of life and what it really means to waste time on things that don't really matter. Okay, so when we're looking at what life is meant to be and feel like, it's meant to feel vibrant, deeply felt, and it's supposed to be ever expanding, growing, changing, with coherence with the mind and the body and the soul, right? So they're looking at the moments that you share together in a very deep way, if this is a relationship. This can also be, this energy behind the relationship that is wanting some change, right? Because as we have 2 number 8s, this is karma. This is talking about the longevity. This is talking about really the substance potentially behind it, right? What you can alchemize, what you can make of it, which may be the challenge, right? So let's look at Spirit Oracle. Spirit Oracle, beautiful energies. I already feel through this deck. If we have time, we're going to go into the clarity and maybe even pull an animal spirit card for you, just because I feel like you might need some extra guidance this week, okay? I'm hearing, whoa. Okay, so for some of you, you could be feeling a little lost and confused about what to do about a situation. Okay. But what I feel like you're wanting overall is a little bit of empowerment, okay? And I think, the messiness of a mosaic, when you're looking at all the finer details and you're sticking your head in there and you're looking around and at all the pebbles and all the different elements, it can look messy, right? It can feel really messy. But if you stand back and look through your coherence and that bigger picture, you realize that it's actually a really beautiful mess. It's actually a really beautiful mosaic of meaningful moments that you've experienced, and not one of them has really gone to waste. Not really one of them has gone to waste. What's going on for Sagittarius this week? Spirit, show me what I need to see for Sagittarius this week. Okay, so this definitely stuck to my thumb, and I really feel a very strong energy surrounding this, okay? So we have prosperity and material changes, which is the Five of Pentacles. So I do feel that someone feels left out in the cold, right? Or someone feels, you know, like they're disempowered because of whatever changes have happened on either a physical or a romantic level. This, I feel, kind of drawn to the engagement ring, right? You could have really felt, you could feel attached to a certain situation or a certain someone, right? But as this 5 sort of shows, it's either that this person is going through a really difficult time and that they don't have the energy to sustain the relationship, or that quite literally the relationship has ended in a really defeating way. So the waiting game shows you still having an open door to this person. You're just kind of waiting to see what happens. And this could be actually draining a little bit of your empowerment, okay, as if this is what I see. And not only that, but the longer you stay in this energy of financial and material changes, the more vibrationally aligned you become with lack. And so it's not a very good place to stay. You've got to figure out how to get out of this energy. That's why it represents the number 5, because it actually needs to change. It needs to change because your success that you've built is actually under review. And, you know, there's a real crucial reclaiming here over your independence that I feel, over your authentic truth. That really may feel heavy at this time. It may feel heavy. Show me what I need to see for Sagittarius. So what I will say also is that, you know, the person that you're with could feel above you. They could feel more, you know, financially well off and successful. And they could be telling you all sorts of things like, you know, you couldn't do it without me. Right? Or your experience isn't up there like mine is, right? Sort of making you feel inferior. Which I think is a really big shift in your life that actually really needs to happen. It really needs to happen if you are ever to have success. Okay, so we have third eye chakra, which is potentially dreaming, thinking, having visions, seeing things really clearly. When we have the third eye chakra, this is an eye-opening experience, okay? It's a real truth bomb whenever we have the third eye chakra. And so we have another 5 and 6. And then to follow, we have harmony, which is a 6. We have material and spiritual prosperity, which is a 6. And we have rest and rejuvenate as a number 4. And so what I see here, to be completely honest, Sag, is that a relationship has ended or is near its end. As we have in the number 666, you're really focused on the reciprocity, the give and take. We have harmony being that of the Lovers card in the major arcana. Okay, so this is a Gemini energy, which I do feel a strong, you know, essence with a Gemini here. And it could actually be that this has what has been fallen out, or what has been left by you or left by this person, because something here has dramatically taken a left turn, or, you know, turned a 180. So the material and the material and spiritual prosperity is this give and take that is truly out of alignment, and I think that's why we have this lack energy surrounding you. just this week, and this isn't going to resonate for everyone, but it is truly a sincere message coming to you that there's honesty here. There's real brutal honesty here about whatever has transpired, whatever has gone on. It either has not been fair, it either has been, behind the scenes, you feel left out in the cold, you feel like you're kept a secret, someone isn't giving you the recognition, this situation isn't empowering you, and you feel quite literally like there is less than before to work with. And the universe is trying to give you like this little bit of a golden ticket. Because what I see is that whatever is happening here is, with the 666, it's like, this is big stuff. This is not something that you can just ignore for very long, right? Because it's going to be in your face. With rest and rejuvenation, we have the 4 of Swords, which is you feeling just completely exhausted over this. You just feeling like, I've got to start manifesting something different because this is absolutely draining. It's exhausting. I'm not feeling myself. I'm not manifesting the things that I know I have the potential to manifest. This doesn't feel so much like a lighthearted, beautiful, loving journey. And I will say that with this partner, it just doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel fair. So let's see what comes up here, Sagittarius, about what your options are, because now that we have the breakdown of the situation, we too, just as the masculine is, we really need to think about the big picture and how you're going to get your happiness. Please show me what I need to see for Sagittarius. Clarify the financial and material changes card. So while we're clarifying, the new moon taking place in Leo is the start of a new energetic cycle, and that is today, you guys. That's today. And so it's about finding a new direction, as it's less about finding a new direction, I would say, than it is about pursuing the path you've been contemplating. This is eclipse energy working with the new moon to really empower us, to allow us to now become in charge or the creators of our destiny. The Chariot in reverse, okay? So this is a really slow moving energy, and I'm hearing the word agonizing, like you absolutely have been left out in the cold. This is a 5 and a 7. It's super imbalanced. And what I feel in my heart is just like, I don't even know. There's so many things. So with this new direction, maybe you're coming slowly to this realization, okay, that emotionally, like what this card has said, the coherence of your heart and mind. The Chariot oftentimes shows me the yin and yang energy, okay, of the masculine and the feminine, the people who are in your life that you love and you come in and out of sync with or in and out of alignment with during our journey through life. And this water sign, Cancer specifically coming through, we have Taurus also in the material and financial changes, is really taking a long time, okay? And I think that this is even more symbolic of the Cancer Capricorn eclipses that we're in, because this is ultimately what's pulling you out of this situation. Because in this next eclipse cycle and through the next 6 months, your energy is going to be centered around authority versus agency. All right? Comfort zones versus your destiny. The things that you're used to versus the things that you should be doing, right? And I don't like the word should, because it's not like, it's totally that you should, because this energy is only going to be bringing you further into lack unless something gets going again, something emotionally takes precedence, or you assert your authority, or you follow your destiny. I mean, it has to be one or the other. So, and it's also your upbringing and how things have been, or what you expect from others, versus your evolved self, versus who you are now. And this represents a long contemplation on your part, a really long contemplation about this. It's an emotional one. It definitely doesn't feel warm-hearted or very lovely. We also have the moon, which is secrets, okay? Secrets coming out, truth being revealed, things that were hidden behind the veil or closed doors. Whether this involved you, Sagittarius, or whether this is about someone else, it just looks like what this Chariot is saying is that though there's resistance, you can't go back. You can't not know what you know now. So, let's continue on here with harmony. So all of these cards to follow did come out in reverse. And it does kind of look like, there's a stubbornness here to see things at face value. And so I just kind of have to say that these are in reverse. These 666 cards are all in reverse. And this feels very karmic, like a karmic partner. Someone who, there's a difference between soulmates and karmic partners. Karmic partners are people who are brought in and out of your life to teach you lessons. That's basically it. There's karmic partners and catalysts. Okay, catalysts are the people who bring you down to your absolute lowest, and really decrease your value to where you just feel like you're in shambles, and your soul and your mind and your heart are just scattered through time and space. And then you're completely left alone, and you're the only one here to pick yourself up and to reassert yourself or build your life the way you want. And oftentimes when catalysts come in and out of our lives, after they're out of our lives, we probably never hear from them again. Karmic partners can be a little different. They can come in and out of our lives to sort of repeat the cycle until we've learned from it. And you can manifest the same karmic partner, or you can manifest different karmic partners that teach you the same lesson. That's how that works. And this is definitely how I feel about this. So we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. This is Libra Taurus energy. Very single energy. Very I'm hearing, there's a very codependent energy here where someone is very much struggling with the fruits of their labor, feeling like they were left out in the cold, and they feel codependent or unworthy of really standing on their own. Maybe they don't feel like they have, a lot of abundance or money to show for their efforts. Maybe there was a contract that was broken, that was unfair. But this is definitely some shadow work, because this isn't true necessarily, right? But the situation is teaching you something through your shadow. The situation is teaching you something through your own shadow. And all these 6s do represent the reciprocity, the give and the take, the yin and the yang, the whole predicament, the whole foundation for a positive relationship, Sag. And so the reason that I feel a lot of you keep attracting the same person is because you yourself don't value you correctly. And that is what this new moon in Leo cycle is really generating for us, is leaving situations or people for good that consistently treat us the way that we are devaluing ourselves to be. And then really raising our standards or breaking those barriers or self-imposed limitations so that we can, again, value ourselves correctly and then exchange or align with the people who will uphold our value. Okay, so I think very much so you could be involved with the water sign. These 2 cards are in reverse. Both are unstable numbers, and both sort of represent this This feeling left out in the cold, like feeling like someone deserted you. They didn't approve of you. They didn't value you. They don't commit to you. They don't give to you. And you're like wondering why you keep staying and why you keep going back and why you keep rehashing the same thing with this person. And it's because truly, Sagittarius, this strength card, the new moon in Leo, is like really trying to break through to you. Really trying to break through to you by saying, look, all of the things that you're feeling are self-imposed. At the end of the day, if you don't take responsibility for where you are, then you've got nothing, my dear. Then you have got not a leg to stand on. That is the karmic lesson at hand. You have got to take responsibility for where you are in your life. Remember, karma, karmic lessons. Are you happy? Does this make you happy? Maybe for the time being, maybe it's something that you go back to and kind of experience for a while and everything's good and you guys get along or whatever. Nothing ends up really bad. But then there's all of a sudden one day where you just fight like hell. And it really is hell. And they bring you down so low that it takes you so long to get those pieces back together. Your material and spiritual prosperity are really deficit. Like they're in a debt right now because you consistently give way more than you should to something, or you consistently stay and you're not listening to the universe about the coherence of the situation. You're not using your coherence correctly. Material and spiritual prosperity, please, for Sagittarius. So the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands in reverse. So this is absolutely a love situation. We have so much water on the deck. We have so much water on the table that with the Knight of Cups, you could feel like, I'm just going to wait for this person. I'm just going to see if they've changed or if they make up their mind, or, if they want to come back. I'm going to try to just gloss over this and forgive like I usually do, because I feel like this isn't the first time it's happened. And then the Knight of Cups comes in and it's like secrets. It's like a little bit distant. It's like a little bit fake. There's a lack of understanding here. They're not emotionally available. Like I said, the give and take, this is what we're clarifying here. The way that you accept and receive emotions, love, sincerity in your life, it's becoming all too real that this is not real. And that can be a really painful realization for people right now because of Pluto being retrograde, Saturn being retrograde, Jupiter being retrograde. Mercury is going direct tomorrow. Chiron. What else? I mean, there's like 6 planets going retrograde right now. Neptune, maybe? I don't know. But Knight of Cups is like, I don't have deep feelings for you. I can't really commit to this long term. I can't really give you my all. Maybe we can have something, but it's not going to be what you want. And I think the real question is then, do you wait? Do you waste the energy of now where the universe is like giving you so much support to find yourself and to reclaim your power and to find happiness and to create the life that you wish to design yourself through moment-to-moment realizations of what makes you happy, what empowers you, what is good for you, what is fair and equal, and how things are supposed to feel. The Knight of Cups is someone coming in that is really insincere, really incompassionate, kind of fake, maybe a little aloof, and really has ulterior motives. Like with this with this Eight of Wands, we have yet again another 8. This is karma. This is karma, and it wants to repeat again and again and again, Sagittarius. And so when we're looking at the repeating cycle of karma, we're looking at inevitably this coming to an end, whether it be now or later. Because of the pretenses that this love is built upon. it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. You know, it may be only skin deep, because it seems like this person may love to show up when you put out. This person may love to show up when you show out. They're in it for a party. They're in it for a good time. Right? But then the second that things get hard, where are they? So, rest and rejuvenate. Let's clarify. My cards really want to talk, because I think that after Mercury goes retrograde, you're going to be finding a lot of clarity. The universe is going to be communicating through your third eye, or this person is. There's going to be a message, and you're going to have to find some peace of mind about this. Four of Coins in reverse. This is you no longer holding on, right? Because we have two fours. You're realizing that the longer you hold on, the longer your energy goes into a deficit. And it will quite literally feel that way. You know, your self-love, your inner critic, I'm hearing, is just really loud right now. And it's telling you that, you know, you can't trust yourself. You know, you're a feeble-minded person. You're inadequate, undeserving, unworthy, whatever the case may be. You're unworthy of happiness, or you're never going to reach this happiness. And truly, you got to quiet your mind about it. You've got to quiet your mind about it, because this is a really long process. It may not happen this week. This may not come to fruition this week. But you're going to have significant realizations that I feel that you want to deny yourself of. You're going to have significant realizations and just gut feelings about this. That the universe is trying to tell you, look, rest and rejuvenate. Separate yourself from this mental conflict. Separate yourself from the stagnation of wanting to communicate with this person, or be there with this person, or be attached to this person, or be something with this person, having labels even. This is something that you absolutely need to just disconnect from. Because the Four of Coins helps us realize that every single time that we put more energy into something than is reciprocated, we put ourselves into a deficit of emotional, intellectual, and spiritual value. And that's why this is coming up in such a material way for you, because eventually it will manifest in this way if it hasn't already. Eight of Swords, trapped in fear. So, you know, some of you are going to take the higher road and do this and disconnect and just kind of feel like, you know, things aren't moving so well. Things aren't going forward so easily. I feel like it's pulling teeth, or I feel like this person is being really undecided. So this is going to put you through a bit of a tailspin with your mind. And if your mind is trapped, then you've got no options. You've got no power. Okay? And so what I really want to get through to you guys is the 8. The 8, it keeps coming up for you. This cycle of material and spiritual. Right now you're at a crossroads. You're right in between that 8. And it wants to balance out, okay? It wants you to look more at it like an infinity sign. Like things go on, and everything's going to be okay, if I believe it to be so. But if you're looking at the spirit and material, you're going to be going through these polarizations. Like, do I, don't I? Does he, does he not? Do I feel this way? Do I not feel this way? Should I or shouldn't I? And this is the epitome of hell. This is the epitome of hell. Because your mind wants to make a logical decision about a very spiritual and emotional thing. And you're going to need to trust your heart on this one, because your heart knows more than your mind does right now. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. I'm going to continue this to see where this goes, gather some more information through the clarity on Vimeo. If you'd like to follow me over, the link is in the description box below. I hope that this message reaches someone out there who really needs to hear it. And I wish you luck this week. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Bye-bye.